Every so often, a player comes along that redefines the game. Cookser.
He makes the touch. Oh, what? No way. What? Are you kidding me? Look at this pinch from Cookser.
Squishy.
Cloud9. Unable to take it, but Squishy now. With a daily shot. He puts it through. He's been going.
Devo.
NRG was taking the bait. Devo up high. That is going to drop down 5, but it will not be there. Devo with an incredible double tap.
Are you kidding me, Devo?
But recently, there was a new player that redefined the game.
For the man, the magician, the superstar, it's the signature god! Watch it! Love it! You're all living in it! Welcome to the age of Zen!
Let's take a closer look at what makes Zen such an incredible player and how you can learn to play like Zen. The first thing Zen does arguably better than any other pro in my opinion is the way he uses his hitbox. Zen gets the first touch he requires to get to his insane quality mechanics. Often Zen prefers to hit the ball with the direct front of the car on his first touch, as this makes it much easier to control the ball when compared to using the corner, which can have a little bit more volatility. Coupled with his offensive understanding of hitboxes is his defensive understanding of hitboxes. Many people think of Zen as a goal scorer, but you may be surprised to find out that he has 16.6% more saves than he does goals. In fact, it's extremely common for most pros to have at least 10% more saves than they do goals. Most of Zen's defending can be attributed to his incredible use of the green zone, the central zone, putting himself in a goal side position, which means between the ball and the net. This helps him force the ball from the inside position to the outside, which is one of the most important fundamentals for defending. The difference between an inside and outside position is all to do with the center of the ball and the center of the map. If your car is positioned on the side of the ball that is closer to the inside position of the map, you are known as being in an inside position. If you're closer to the side of the ball that is closer to the wall, that is an outside position. For example, take this famous play against the BDS. The commentary were going bonkers for this, and so were the crowd. And although you have to be amazed about the dodge of the demo, after the demo dodge, this is pure science. The truth is, due to Zen's positioning, it was actually hard for him to fail this once the demo was dodged and he did that incredible wave dash. He was central, in the green zone. The ball was grounded and he got into the inside position. This means he's closer to the center line of the map. Couple this with the fact that when players try to score, they automatically by default put their hitbox on the outside of the ball, which naturally allowed Zen's hitbox to be side on the inside pushing outside, so that the longest part of his hitbox is able to block the ball. Zen opts for a quick side flip here to keep himself low and allows faster recovery. By that I mean that he taps his dodge button extremely fast after touching jump so that he doesn't go too high before side flipping. This is something you should always try to do on the defensive end. Use the green zone and use the longest part of the car to side flip the ball into the defensive corner. Also notice after this play how Zen automatically transitions down the green zone, enabling him to react to whatever the outcome. I know what you're thinking, you can do low air dribbles? Well yeah, kind of. You see, when Zen goes up into the air, he goes directly up, and this is usually achieved again by his incredible first touch to pop up the ball, trying to get underneath it so he can air dribble to the ceiling. Zen does his air dribbles in ball cam, and often as he's going directly up, will have moments of zero vision as the camera angle changes. But for Zen, this is worth it, as he knows nobody can beat him to the ball if he goes directly up, and he's actually able to do this at almost full speed. This is something you can add to your game, but will require dedicated practice. At the end of this video we have a training pack, and I'll explain this in much more depth. Another thing Zen is extremely good at is attacking right off the back of a counter. He isn't wasting time, he is trying to get to his offense quickly, but will not sacrifice quality. What a lot of players do in the lower ranks is they just smash the ball away with low shots and low quality offense. Now, although on a counter this is better than taking your time due to demo threats, once you get to a certain level, you need to not only be able to accelerate quickly on a counter, but you still need to have that quality to actually have an opportunity at scoring and breaking the defense down. So when this happens, Zen is aiming to get anything high and wants to remain as close to the play as possible. One thing Zen does to allow this is trying to get a flip reset as fast as possible. This can be done by either going directly to the ceiling to get his flip, while he often simultaneously hits the ball high onto the backboard, or by a very early reset. One of the issues many players have is that when they get a flip reset, they get it on the way down. Now, although this does allow for great opportunities, at the higher level, players hover and challenge at an extremely fast rate, so you ideally want the flip reset as the ball is rising. This will give you more opportunities and allow you to not get dunked as easily. And there you have it. To recap, sidewards 50s following inside to out by using green zone positioning, going directly up with air dribbles as opposed to going forward to beat the opponents to the high position and work from there. Using ball cam with his air dribble as his sole focus is gaining height, attacking hard and high on counters, getting the flip reset as soon as possible. Okay, great, we get it, but how do we train it? Here is a pack I have made which I am going to demonstrate to help you improve some of these moves. I did this pack for 20 minutes and went into rank, and I was scoring flip resets, which, as you know, for me is extremely rare. But it helped me understand just how powerful going directly up was. It's actually incredible. On the left you'll see that we've got easy, medium, hard and zen. Easy is literally just an air dribble. You can add spins as required, but I don't think I have in this. I've just tried to minimize the spins on the air dribble. Medium is a double touch. Again, I've put spins in for the double touches and the rest of the mechanics because I find it a little bit easier to get to completion on some of those. And hard is a flip reset. Now the goal on the flip reset is to get the flip reset as early as possible. So as all of these, even with the air dribble, we're trying to get the ball almost straight up if we can, as high as we can, so that we can get the flip reset at the height so we fall down with the ball. And then Zen, now I'm not deluded, I know this is nowhere near as good as Zen, but basically we're trying to get anything off the backboard whilst getting the flip reset off the ceiling. That is the idea of this. So you'll see here, we get that touch as we turn to face the camera. So when the wheels face the camera, I found that's the best way to get that touch. And then you can hold drift if needed to sort of slide a little bit further forward if you get a little bit displaced. So as you see there on shot 2, no air roll for the air dribble, nothing particularly good. And then just a double touch here. Just test yourselves, guys, if you can. If you can put it to difficult spots to get more tight angle air dribbles, then you're going to develop more. You know, this pack, I would just recommend take it as it is. So if you're new, just work it easy. Work it easy for ages. Then if you get better, start adding your flip resets, your double touches, and then your Zen shot. So one thing I will just say as well is if you don't get the flip reset at the top, then if you get it as you're falling, then what you want to do is basically do an insta flip. So as soon as you get the flip reset as you're falling, just flip, because otherwise it'll be very hard to complete. Now, as you're seeing some of these Zen shots, and by the way, I'm not deluded, I know this is nowhere near as good as Zen, but early on, right here, I'm not doing any pinching off the ceiling, but as you get up, and as some of these shots, as we get higher, or they're more difficult, I do start using the pinch technique. So that is where you actually pinch the ball off the ceiling onto the backboard. And when you start doing that, you really appreciate just how good Zen is, because that's how he pretty much does all of them. So that's something to keep in mind. I know this is difficult, this really isn't for beginners, but it will teach you a lot of things if you do just try the air dribble. And one of the first one is a lot of these shots were actually taken from games. One of them was directly from the RLCS, one of them was a game with Fairy Peak. I've recreated them. So this pack works on your first touch like no other pack that I've found for the aerial. A lot of packs get the ball rolling up the wall perfectly for you, but this one does have a lot of the realistic stuff that Zen had. Like, these are the real bounces that he had to work with, so it's realistic in that sense. Now, if you're feeling like this is overwhelming, I got some good news. I'm really excited. So as you know, my mechanics are terrible. My aerial mechanics are absolutely terrible, but you're probably watching this thinking, he looks like he's gotten better in the air. I've been doing my own program, Flight. It's a 6-week program. It's completely free and it's coming soon. I've worked on this program for the last 6 weeks, testing it, and I feel much more comfortable in the air, really comfortable in the air. And I developed this program with brilliant aerial players, SSL players. So this is really, I'm super pumped about this. Subscribe if you want to see that. It's coming out in a few weeks. It might be maybe a month because I got to write it all and make it perfect. But basically, I write it up. I'm going to put it on Reddit. You'll be able to download the PDF there. And about a week or two later, I will make a video going over all the shots. I will leave you to enjoy these shots, hopefully. I mean, you can obviously watch them back if you're trying to recreate some of these shots for yourself and practice them. Any questions, please let me know. Really appreciate the support. Absolutely unbelievable. We've got the 1v1 series going on to Grand Champ. We've got the 3v3 to SSL going on. And I want to do more of these. I love doing these. I just don't get enough time to. But I want to do a Ruaz one that focuses a lot on shadow saves and how to actually hide your nameplate and move. I want to do a lot more of these. Have to be fast. I got loads more I want to do. Just a matter of time, guys. And the support means a hell of a lot. So thank you so much. Like I say, I'll leave you to enjoy these. Thanks for watching and peace out. Peace.